Hello, hello, hello. This is Magic Monday, but a different Magic Monday because it's almost live. Not properly live, just almost live. And the reason for that is because I'm not sure whether I can be there or not. I might have a couple of these, but that's okay because I'm still broadcasting at 12 o'clock. But I can't pretend it's live because that wouldn't be true. So this is actually recorded on Sunday afternoon. But it's alright because the knowledge and the information will still be there and I will still see all of your comments. So let's turn that down a tiny bit. So please let me know where you're watching from. Oh, it's always good if you can do that. Let me know where you're watching from. In the chat. Don't just say it out loud. It doesn't work like that. Make a comment. Let me know. And hopefully this will work perfectly. Right, but let's just do this for now. I'm just going to stop that one. See, one of the things about doing lives is you have to do it live. And even if you're recording the live, which is what I'm doing now, you have to do it as live because otherwise it's too professional and people just don't like it. So let's have this.
It's the start of the week. Grab your coffee cups. It's Magic Monday Live.
Boom. Right, I'm going to share with you 5 ways to help you to find more time. Now, I'm quite good at this, though I say it myself. I have written a book on it called How to Save an Hour Every Day. If I was more prepared, I would have a copy in my hand. I would hold it up for you right now. But it's up on the shelf up there. That one there. Right there. Does that work? I don't know. Does it work? But I thought about it. I thought, right, okay, let's put some things that are in the book and some things that aren't in the book. Because we're always learning, aren't we? We are always learning. So I've got 5 things. Now, it's kind of a bit of a copy from Steve Kelly to have 5 things. He always has 5 things. But 5 feels appropriate for this live. So number 1 is to schedule. What gets scheduled gets done. We know that. So why is it that we don't put stuff in our diaries? We have birthdays, we have important meetings, we have, all sorts of other stuff, but things like just admin. 1 hour worth of admin. Schedule it in. Calls, design, writing, whatever it might be. Schedule it in. Your diary should be full of all the things that you need to do scheduled in. And that way you're more likely to do them. Because when you're brilliant, we all have these things these days, don't we? When your phone just beep pops up and says, yeah, there we go. I've got I should be writing right now, or I should be doing admin right now, or I should be doing calls right now, or I should, whatever it might be, it'll pop up and it'll remind you to do it. Just like that. Brilliant. Next, it's a very simple one, but this is, I think, the key to getting rid of to-do lists forever. Because to-do lists don't work. And I've talked about this an awful lot, but it's worthwhile remembering that most to-do lists are written at the start of a day, and then what happens is people work on their easiest things first, rather than the most important things. Here's the other thing that you do. I bet you've done this. I bet you that you have written your to-do list and you've added a couple of things that you've already done so you can put a tick next to them. We've all done it. I still do it. But you need to get rid of the to-do list and instead have a must-do list. Now, I write a whole thing about this in How to Save an Hour Every Day. We call it the $100,000 idea. But basically, here's the key. At the end of each day, write down the 5 most important things that you should do tomorrow. And then the next day, do them. If you only get 3 done, excellent news. You've got items 1 and 2 ready for the next day. So get rid of the to-do list and replace it with a must-do list. Next, learn how to say no. But learn how to say no nicely. And here's a great way to just think about saying no. We were working with a brilliant client once, and this guy said, you know what I do? Whenever I'm invited to do something, I always think, if this were happening today, would I say yes? Isn't that great? If this were happening today, would I say yes? And he said, I'm thinking how busy I am, and maybe it's an after work thing, or it's something at lunchtime, or somebody needs something in the afternoon, or whatever it might be. If I'm going to be unable to do it that day, then I say no to it in the future. I'm looking after my future self. Brilliant. Looking after your future self. So my challenge to you is to learn how to say no nicely. Thanks very much for asking. I would love to, but I'm unable to right now. That's it. Somebody once said to me, I think it's in a book somewhere, no is a complete sentence. I think it needs a little bit more than that. You know, can you do this for me this afternoon? No. You don't want to do that. You want to be a little bit more tactful, I would say. So learn how to say no nicely. That's number 3. Next one, number 4. Celebrate swings, but only reward yourself when something has been done. So here's the classic procrastinator. I'm going to do something. I need to do this, but I'll just have a cup of tea first. No. Reward your swing, your small win, with a cup of tea. So if it's that you have to make a phone call and you're kind of putting it off, I'll have a cup of tea, then I'll make the phone call. No. Do the phone call and your reward is a cup of tea. It's great. And the more you can do these swings and the more you can celebrate the swings, the better. That's the key. Celebrate your swings. Celebrate them on a regular basis and create what's called a true will muscle. This is a true will muscle. You get things done. You move things ahead. You get stuff over the line. And number 5 is to learn how to speed read. Because there's such a lot of reading that we have to do these days. And if you were to increase your reading speed by just 50%, so just, you know, if you were normally reading 100 words a minute, get up to 150 words a minute. You can easily do that. I mean, those numbers are just exaggerated, by the way. You could probably read 250 words a minute right now, but you could read 350 words. Whatever speed you would normally be reading at, see if you can up it by 50%. Now, I've set myself a challenge. I'm going to learn how to touch type. My goodness, because at the moment I do the, what's it called, the look and peck and something, yeah. So I'm up and down like this all the time. So I'm going to teach myself. I've got a program that's going to teach me how to touch type, and I'm determined that by the end of this year I can touch type at a minimum of 100 words a minute. That's what I'm going for. Why? Maybe 60. Well, anyway, I'm going to learn how to touch type. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to schedule it in my touch typing time. Touch typing time. Yes, that's right. So I will do that. Anyway, I would love to know your time management tips. Just put them in the comments. Share. Tell us what it is that you would love to do, or that you love to do. And little ones, the little things that just save a few minutes here and there, they're the best ones. They are the best ones. So forget about the really complex stuff. Nice, simple ideas. Put them in the chat. And I'll tell you what, I might even send a copy of my book, How to Save an Hour Every Day, to my favourite one, as a kind of a bit of a guilt apology for not being here live with you today. So I am live, but I'm not really live. This is a pre-record. We will see you very soon, and I will explain why I wasn't able to do Magic Monday live and instead just had to do Magic Monday recorded live. See you soon. Bye.